Now, I am yet to find another board game with so much potential, yet there are two things holding this game back from greatness. Let's go check out Wild Serengeti. In this game, we are going full David Attenborough and creating a wildlife documentary. But to become the best filmmaker out there, we're going to have to get the right animals at the right time in the Wild Serengeti. Now that's the premise of the game, so I'm going to go through how does the game play, plus also give you my final thoughts on the game. But I want you to stay tuned till right at the end. I'm going to be announcing my first ever board game giveaway on this channel, so you're going to love that. Now let's get into the game. The goal of Wild Serengeti is to match the animals on the board to the scene cards in your hand. And this is done through purchasing of actions. Now these actions are broken down into three different types. The first one is placing out the animals onto the board. The second one is moving those animals around. And the third one is purchasing more scene cards. Now, this seems nice and simple until you realise that every other player around the table is also trying to move those animals around to match their scene cards. So it's a real tug of war trying to get those animals in the right spot. So let's talk about these scene cards. Now there's only three different types of scene cards. The first one is a straight line of animals, nice and easy. Match those animals up in that order in a straight line. Now you can have other animals in between, that's fine. But as long as those three animals are in a straight line, then you get those points. The second type is terrain. Now, match the right animal on the right type of terrain, match all of those on the card, and again, you get those points. Last one is adjacency. You're gonna have one primary animal, you're gonna have them in the center. Now you just have to have those secondary animals somewhere around the outside of that first animal, and that's adjacency. So there we go, adjacency, terrain, and straight line. Now what happens when you get the scene card? Look, you're going to get some points. Now this is going to be done in multiple different ways. But the main way is set collections through icons. Now all these icons are going to score in different ways. I'm not going to go through each and one of them, but think about things like, end of round bonuses, once off points, things like that. Next up, we have the Rock of Ages. Now the Rock of Ages is going to sit off to the side of the board, look really imposing, but it's going to do two things. Firstly, it's going to be a round tracker, so tracking from rounds 1 through to 6. But also in rounds 4 and 6, there's going to be an award ceremony. This award ceremony is going to earn points for the person who has the most of that particular type of animal, plus also paw prints earned on scene cards. Now paw prints are going to be a type of icon that you can collect on your scene cards. So we're going to get that on rounds 4 and 6. But what we're also going to get in rounds 4, 5 and 6 is the Great Migration. Great Migration, you're going to draw a card. This is actually going to remove some of the animals from the game board, just so the state of the game board is going to change during that second half of the game. And honestly, that's it. That's all the rules. So it's a pretty easy game to wrap your head around. Now, obviously, the person with the most points at the end of the game is the winner. So firstly, let's chat about the things I love. Now, theme. A wildlife documentary in the African Serengeti. Oh my goodness, I love this. I'm already a sucker for animal themed games, but having it in, this African savanna, it just is so beautiful. The board itself also gives you a really nice sort of outlook, gives you a river running through it, just gives you a good feel for the Serengeti. Next, art and components. Now, if I was measuring this game just on the components alone, the game's 11 out of 10. These animal meeples are sensational. And also the art is beautiful. The game board looks great. So it's so easily distinguishable between the rock, the grasslands, the trees, and the river. Nice and easy to see. The animals pop on the board. Art and components, absolutely brilliant. Mechanics, and there's two different types of mechanics I want to talk about. The first one is the scene cards themselves, and these are going to be a set collection element. Each one of these cards are going to have different types of icons. You're trying to match these icons up to score maximum amount of victory points. So a really simple design element there. The other one is the animal meeples. Place the animal meeple out, move the animal meeple around. But this is where the tension lies in the game. You may be planning 2, 3, 4 steps ahead to get the perfect scene card. It's going to be a high scoring scene card. You've been working on getting these animals in the right spot, then someone takes the move animal action. Your butt clenches and you are praying that is not going to be your animal that they're going to move around. This is where the tension lies. This is where the beauty of this game is. Replayability, and there is a massive stack of scene cards. There is so many there, you're never going to go through that deck. After the scene cards, you have so many different types of animals, and this is just the animals in the core game. If you back the Kickstarter, there was a whole bunch more that got unlocked there, so there are so many different animal varieties. On top of that, there is also 2 different game boards. So again, just gives you a different map. It plays the same, but just, you know, something a little bit different to look at. Lastly, there's a few different variants in there. There's going to be a solo variant. There's a few other things like that. Just enough replayability to get this game back to the table. Now that is everything I love about the game. But what is holding this game back from greatness? The first one is the lack of family variant. Now, this came to my attention. My daughter came over, she's watching us play. She said, "Daddy, when can I play this game next?" I'm like, "Sweetie, this game's just not for you." And that is the world's biggest missed opportunity. Think of those animal meeples. Think of that beautiful game board. Just think about how easy it is placing animals out, moving around. This game would be perfect for families and for kids. Yet in the rulebook, there is no basic variant. It is way too complex for kids, and that is just such a shame. Now, Isle of Cats does this the best. Isle of Cats has the advanced variant and the basic family variant. You know, it gives a larger scope for more people to enjoy and love the game. So that's the first bugbear. The second one is the scoring. I love games that have tight scoring. You know, maybe from first to last, might only be, 5, 10 points in it. I love tight scoring games. This one doesn't have that. There is so many big swings in your scene cards, and some of the scoring points could be like 50 points. There's so many different things that are just going to change the landscape of the scoring. I just wish that was just a little bit tighter. So this brings me to my overall score. I give this game an 8 out of 10. Like I said, this game could be a 10 out of 10 if it had that family variant. I just would love to be able to play this with my girls, and I would just think it has so much potential. If they ever release a expansion or a 2.0, I would love to see some sort of variant, just to make it a bit easier and to be able to get the kids involved, because it just looks so great on the table. But besides that, look, there is so much fun to be had in this game. I enjoyed my time playing this. I wanted to play it again. That is a sign of a really good game. It's got a solo there. It's got a lot there to bring you back playing it again. Plays great at 4, plays all the way great down with down to solo. I think there is so much to love about this game. So 8 out of 10, I think it's a great score considering those couple little bugbears I have. And there we go. That is Wild Serengeti. So let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on this game? Have you played it? Is this a game you would love to play? Is this a game that appeals to you? Wild Serengeti. I really do hope you enjoyed that review. I had so much fun making it, taking those photos. It's just such a great looking game. Now, if you stayed till right to the end, I promised you a board game giveaway. This is my very first Bangers board game giveaway, and unfortunately this one is going to be for Australians only. So this is my very first giveaway. This is coming directly out of my own collection. But fret not, if you're in the US or around the world, I'm working with publishers to try and get some more games so I can give you some giveaways and give back to my supporters. Now this first giveaway, we have for you either Mariposas or Treasure Island. So 2 great games. If you win, you get to choose one of them and I will post it out to you, again, only within Australia. Now how do we win? When I hit 500 subscribers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and have a look at all the comments from this video onwards, from Wild Serengeti onwards, until I hit 500 subscribers, and all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment. It's as simple as that. It's just, just support me and I want to support you. That's just how this works. I want to grow this channel, but I can't do it without you. So there we go. First ever Bangers giveaway. Hopefully you like a Mariposas or Treasure Island. Anyway, that's it from me. I'm Hogs. This is Board Game Bangers. Till next time, laters.